Okay, so I'm making a few videos on how to make your guitar sing. And now this is the next one we're going to jump into is bending notes and how to bend notes correctly and some basic rules that we can look at. So let's jump right into it. So I'm going to jump right into showing you what I believe is the best riff I can show any of my guitar students, and it's going to be in your E minor or minor pentatonic. Both we're going to be looking at. Both minor and minor pentatonic. Today we're mostly going to be talking about minor pentatonic, so your rock blues scale, so to speak. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So we're in the key of E. Okay, 12th fret here, playing our E note in our first position kind of scale there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the D note on the second string, 15th fret, and we're going to bend it up to an E. So what we're bending this note here to this note here, and then adding vibrato. Jimi Hendrix once said the only way you can make your guitar cry out is through bending, and I agree. And then so we're bending up to the E and adding vibrato. Now, as I talked on the first video, I'm doing a vibrato where I'm kind of shaking my hand like this, like I'm turning a doorknob, okay? And so vibrato is very important. We'll talk more about it, but the most important thing right now is the bend. So even if you can't do a vibrato, you just got to bend up to this note here. Okay, so that right there, I am serious, I think is the most important riff I can show a student. Okay. Number two is this one. This next one I'm going to show you is what I saw Hendrix do on a video or one of his concerts. I always used to watch his concerts to see what I can learn from it. And this one it's going to go like this. It's going to go from your, we're going to start on string 1 now, same scale. We're going to start on string 1, fret 15, and then we're going to bend it up to this note, fret 17. So we're going to go, and then the next bend is going to be like we just did. So you're going to go, and then as you come down, you're going to do a pull off. So watch. So the notes we're using is catch that E. So we're bending a G to an A, pull off, second string, D to an E. Now, something I learned from Hendrix is using your third finger here on the first string and using your second finger on the second string, because it gives you that trade-off. So here's your first string, third finger, and as I pull off, the second finger ready to go. And I actually learned that by watching Hendrix. He always does that second finger, third finger change. So back to the bend. So here's what we learned. The Hendrix riff. Okay, so we learned that what I feel is the greatest riff I can show someone, bending up to your root note. You know, I would rather play like Dave Gilmour or Pink Floyd than Yngwie Malmsteen. Sure, it's nice to be able to shred, and we're going to talk about shredding as well in this video series. But bending and melodies are way more important as far as I'm concerned, but it's good to do both. Okay, so we looked at a couple of bends here. Now let's look at another one. Let's look at the third string. The third string's interesting. You'll always hear riffs like, okay, stuff like that. And let's look at that. So that's going to be your third string, fret 14. And there's two different bends that people use here. One is just going up a half step. So watch. You know, a smaller bend, you're not bending a whole step. So once again, half step. And the other one's a whole step. See? So what it is there's a flat fifth. For those of you who know, it's you got this flat fifth here. So for those of you who use it, you could you understand this half step bend here, going up to your flat fifth or going up to the full fifth. Okay, so there's two bends you can get there. Once again, bend with vibrato is always going to make your guitar sing and cry out. So now I'm going to look at this same note here. So a little sloppy there. So what we're doing is we're going from, this is our fourth tone. We're bending up to our fifth tone, down to our fourth tone here. You know, we talked about the half step thing, but now we're going to talk about the whole step. And we're going to look at it up here. So here's your E note, here's your fourth tone. Okay, and so what I'm doing to create that is I'm on the first string now. So let's look at our E note. This is going to be our root, same as this, but we slid up a little bit. This is one of my favorite areas to solo in, with having the root note on the second string. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to bend this note to this note. So watch. All right. So what I did was, and then notice I finished my E note with a vibrato, make it sing, you know, be the note, believe in the note. Okay, so now what we did is we looked at some, oh, you could also do the flat fifth here, sorry, or the whole step, because that's a fourth, flat, fifth, fifth, fourth, flat, fifth, fifth. So that's always doable there. These other notes weren't touching in that area that I showed you here. That's your, you're using your third tone to bend up to your fourth, and here is the seventh tone bending up to the root. Okay, so we looked at a couple of bends there. The most important thing, making your guitar sing. So no matter what you do, think of that note, and think, like you want it to sing. You can jam that one note. See, that's what it's all about. So now let's look at a couple other situations here to add some minor notes in with a little bluesy thing like we got going on. See, bending there. And so let's look at, so that's all minor pentatonic. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to this area here. Okay, and so we're going to slide down just slightly. Okay, and what this riff is going to be is you're going to use your a minor note now, F sharp, and you're going to go like this in bending. So watch. So once again, if you're playing a lead, see. So what we did is I bent fret 14, string 1, just a half step from the second tone to the minor third, F sharp to G. So, and then I'm grabbing the D and bending up to my root, which is an E. Making it sing. See, so if you're going, finish a riff, something like that. So that's a really cool riff to do there. So now, so let's talk about that same fourth tone here. See this one here. It's the same as your first position E scale. Same thing here. So we're in a first position E, and so this is your fourth tone is on string 3. Now, it's hard to bend because it's right by the nut, but this is where you get, that's that riff. A lot of people, I'm sure a lot of you already know that. But so this note, same thing. One of my favorite things to do. So you're bending this note here. All right, so there's some bends that you could do. It's a lot of fun. We're going to talk about more minor bends tomorrow night, and more of a theory behind bending. Tonight was just getting you to learn how to make your guitar sing. So practice those things. Subscribe. We got a lot more lead tips coming up.